Numbers, Numbers, chapter 24, verse 14. And now, behold, I go unto my people. Come therefore, and I will advertise thee what this people shall do to thy people in the latter days. I'd like to give all prayers and honor and glory to Yahweh Shemel Shah Bashim Kakodash. The Wadi Yahweh Shemel Shah for giving us the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who deserve the honors, rightfully so. Shalom to the Aki and pushing the word of sincerity and truth and being faith-based and being prepared for what is to come. And what is to come. Race wars, famine, concentration camps, the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, 200 million missiles hitting the soils of America. Simultaneously, the chambers of the Lord lift the hopeful elect into the chambers. Simultaneously, the chambers of the Lord shooting laser beams at the ungodly and the heathens. Rightfully so. Hey, I would rather desire the Lord take the course of this video, make it edifying. I'm just a vessel. And I would just, these thoughts came in my head and I was meditating. I was like, wow, I kept thinking about this word latter day. Latter day. I did a video just before this and I used this one verse, right? I'm going to read that one, right? This verse was in it. And I guess probably it just got stuck in the word latter, got stuck in it. And I was like, wow. And I went back to it. And I typed in into the search engine for the word latter day, and 12 verses popped up, right? But I didn't go into all about this. The first one, that first one I just read came stuck. That was the first one, Numbers, and it says let's read again, Numbers. And Apostle Hall always bring up this about Balaam, and that stuck out. Just latter days, and that's why this video is called "The Latter Days Are Here and Now." This is the time. This is the latter days. This is the now time. This is latest now. That latter days was back then when they were speaking about now, the future. The latter days are now. Because everything is happening that's in the scriptures. Alright. I got let's see if I can get through these verses. It was a verse another verse in Jeremiah that just blew my mind and I was just stuck for a second before I put the camera on and I was like, wow. Watch when you hear this. Listen to, no, watch. Listen to this verses. You can't go around it because it's been written in the past. Remember how it said it should come to pass? It means it's going to happen. Right. And now in the latter days, everything that it was said it's going to pass, it's going to pass. Whatever didn't happen yet, it's going to happen soon in the latter days, which is now. The latter days are now. All right. Numbers chapter 24, verse 14. And now, Salaki. And now, behold, I go unto my people. Come therefore, and I will advertise thee what this people shall do to thy people in the latter days. That means something's going to happen in the latter days to a Pacific people, and a Pacific people's going to do it to that people. Okay, so that's what's coming. So I'm not going into details about going to story Balaam and stuff and such. I'm just going into the word latter days. And like I said, it just stuck out to me, and I'm just like, wow. I think I went over this yesterday. Let's see if I can do it again. Like this is G319. Akara Yaf. If I said that right, Salaki. After part in issue event latter times. That's the key point. Latter times. End. So another way of saying latter, the end of something. Look at this. Prophetic for future time. Okay? Alright, Salakia. Alright. Um Salakia, let me see. I don't want to pronounce this word. Let's see what this word says. Salaki.
Posterity.
Posterity. Right? Posterity last hindermost. Okay, that's the latter day. That's what the word latter mean. Alright? Let's go. Akarayaf. Akarayaf. If I pronounce that right, Salakia. You know? So I was just like, wow, this and 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 I do believe I'm trying to let me see something. Let me just go into it. All right, let's go to verse 14 just to get a little detail, a little bit of insight on that. All right, it says Numbers chapter 24 verse 15, and he took up a parable and said, Balaam, the son of Beor, and has said, and the man whose eyes are open has said, he has said, which heard the words of God and knew the knowledge of the Most High, which saw the vision of the Almighty falling into a trance, but having his eyes open. All right, so that was just a couple of little something. I mean, if you go into the detail, it tells you that this little that Jacob. I don't want to make it about this part, but I was going into the latter days. Well, this is gonna happen in the latter days. Let me just read it. Fuck, I can read it. Salakia. Verse 17. And I shall see him, but not now. Not now. Okay, let's get into it. All right. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob. Okay, it's the future. And a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and shall smite the corners of Moab and destroy all the children of Seth. All right, that goes. If you go even further, man, come on now. Oh man, jeez, this is the future. All right, this I guess we got to go into this because the latter days. This didn't happen yet. And Edom should be a possession. Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly. Okay, all right. So that's the point. That's the future. That's the latter time. Which the latter times, the latter days is now. This is coming. We about to live this out. This is gonna be lived out. All right, so I guess we had to bring that out. All right, so we understand what was going on right there. All right, so but before these things happen, we as a nation, we got to go through a Pacific ringer. And that ringer is these tribulations. These fiery dots. That's gonna be shot at. That's gonna be our our issues and whatever, turmoil, whatever, Jacob's trouble, or Jacob's trouble. That's coming in the latter days too. Salakia. So this didn't happen. Latter days didn't happen yet. These days that Jacob's trouble didn't happen yet. The RFID chip didn't. It's happening. It's happening in the latter days. Okay, there's a lot of things. The missiles didn't get shot off yet. That's part of the latter days, bro. Okay. Um. What else? Famine. The famine is coming in the latter days. This is gonna be the ultimate time ever. 'Cause you know why? This gotta be at the peak of hell, which is your situation, your condition. All right, it's gonna be all our hell going on out here. Evil on top of evil. So that's what's happening. That's in the latter days. All right. So I read this verse yesterday. I'm gonna read it again. All right, Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 30. When thou art in tribulation, which in the latter days, right? And all these things are come upon thee, even in the latter days. If thou turn to the Lord thy power, and shalt be obedient unto his voice. All right, in the latter days, that's what's happening now. We're becoming obedient servants to your Lord Yahweh Shema Shah, and He's helping us. I don't know, he's soothing, comforting us through the scriptures and saying, "Oh, that's one of my obedient ones. Help him a little bit. If we stay on the path, I'll brought this out that we want those men because only Yahweh Shema Shah keep you on the path. See, it's a Yahweh Shema Shah is a win 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 win. All right, if you don't want you, he don't want you. So you gotta be the best blue suede shoes as possible, and he gonna love you. You know? Being obedient is better than a sacrifice. All right. All right. So how we hear His voice through His prophets, and if you're doing it, if you're following the prophets, you're following Yahweh Shema Shah, because that's the spirit. And another thing I heard the other day from a brother, I can't remember who it was. He said that I think it was the elder brother in Baltimore. He said that it's the spirit that you're following. That's it's the spirit. It's not the man. The man is the man, but the spirit inside the man is belongs to Yahweh Shema Shah. Okay. And all right, I want to get to a point where when I read and I was like, wow, this is what happened. This is what happened, and this is what's happening. And look, it says Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 20. The anger of Yahweh Shema Shah shall not return until he have execute, until he have performed the thoughts of his heart in the latter days. Ye should consider it perfectly, and we all perfectly we consider that the Yahweh Shema Shah is the ultimate. There's no way of going around it. Everything's happening according to His word. Everything's happening according to His word perfectly. So let's read that again. Look, it says Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 20. The anger of Yahweh Shema Shah should not return. It's His anger that He goes out. It's not going to return. Okay? Alright? The anger of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah should not return until he have executed. Right? Until he has performed the thoughts of his heart in the latter days. Now, everything that he said he will do back when he told Moses, the script said, if you do hearken, you get a pass. If you don't hearken, you don't get a pass. And we didn't, and as a nation, we didn't hearken. All right. So he had performed the thoughts of his heart in the latter days. He should consider it perfectly, and we are perfectly considering that only a ultimate power could do all these things. Because if it was fucking Billy Gates and them, we'd have been executed. Right? They can't even boss a real move unless the Lord allows them to. They could they could hey they could set the traps in front of us and we see it, but we see it. That's why we're able to talk about it. Got him. I'm telling you, bro. All right, so yeah. The time is 3 o'clock. I mean 3:10 a.m. in the morning, bro. And I'm up going at it, man. Dealing with these thoughts. Yeah, I was thinking about. Oh man, that's another subject. Hopefully, I can bring out that one. Trying not to. Um hey, let me just read this one because I'm just looking at the word latter. I'm just looking at the latter days. All right. Jeremiah chapter 48, verse 47. Yet will I bring again the captivity of Moab in the latter days, say the Lord Yahweh Shem Shah. Thus far is the judgment of Moab. Moab gonna suffer too. Moab them gookies, slandering our bastards, talking about, oh, what about us? Then get the fuck out of here. Don't come over here talking that hottest shit, so we can forget about the true people that's been um put in slavery. Want to get you want to slide your man. That's why I don't give your power to another. All right, Shalakia. Nope. Look at this one. I didn't read. I didn't go through the. I got stuck on that first one, and that first one was dynamic. And Pastor Hart always bring that out. It's like boom, bam. It's accurate, man. Jeremiah chapter 48, chapter 49, verse 39. But it shall come to pass in the latter days that I will bring again the captivity of Elam. Say the Lord, Yahweh Shem. Elam going down too. Y'all niggas is done. Yeah, I'm just. Wait, hold on. What is this? Oh man, I'll read this again. I'm gonna read this one. I didn't go, and like I said, I got stuck on numbers, but it brought out the what's gonna happen in the latter days, which was spiritual, and I was trying like, but the spirit said bring it out. I was trying not to let me go to my subject, but it's not my subject. I'm just a vessel. Okay, I'm just a vessel. All right, Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 8. After many days, thou shalt be visited in the latter years. thou shalt come into the land that is brought back from the sword, and is gathered of many people against the mountain of Israel, which have been always waste. But it is brought forth out of the nations, and they should dwell safely, all of them. That's us. We're gonna, man. In these latter days to come, man, we ain't gonna never have to worry ever again. Do you know did you hey, what happened at the time when we came out of Egypt? There was a chariot over us. Ain't nobody was coming running down on us, man. They saw that chariot, man. There was people in the back cuts. Just like you got cameras, people filming shit. People saw shit back then. Oh man, they go back and tell you, oh man, it was a big. It could be a big. They probably called it a mountain, a big mountain over the people, and it was so your paw, and it was Can you imagine, man? Imagine all the talking. It was popular. It was everybody knew about the salvation, Because what proved that? Moses said to Yahweh, said, Lord, you can't kill all these people. What about the other nations? They're gonna say that you brought them out just to destroy them. Because that means everybody knew. Come on now. Alright. It's a lot. Alright, listen. And then, you know what's really powerful? That I'm sure that this is accurate in my brain. That it's gonna be like there's gonna be chariots, man, all over the place, man, protecting us, man. It come with many clouds. It come with clouds, and every eye should see them, man. Them chariots are gonna be bright, man, and they're gonna be protecting the hopeful elect. I'm about to design one of those men. Ezekiel 38, verse 16, and thou shalt come up against my people of Israel, and a cloud to cover the land, and it shall be in the latter days, and I will bring thee again against my land, that the heathens may know me. It's gonna be known, man. Sheesh. It's coming, man. When I shall be set, sanctified in thee, O God, before their eyes. It's going. Hey, listen. Let me tell you something, man. These latter days, it's going to be so dynamic. It's going to be so many things happening, man. That how can you go around it? You're going to know that the Lord did it. It's going to go perfectly. Let's go to that verse. Back to that verse. Because certain words are sticking out. It's sticking out, right? It says, because this is the angle of Yahweh Shem Shah. Salakia. I just, if somebody throws running through my head, I'm just like, all right, I'm going to go back to this one. Look, it says, Jeremiah 23, verse 20. The anger of the Lord Yahweh Shem Shah should not return until he have executed, and till he have performed the thoughts of his heart, his mind. In the latter days, man, ye shall consider it perfectly, man. Perfectly, you're going to perfectly consider, you're going to see the perfection of Yahweh Shem Shah. The thoughts is going to be like, it's right now, it's as coming into the truth, growing in the truth. You having perfect thoughts, man. You're thinking perfectly. So when somebody we tell people like, yo, this not, I want perfection. Nobody's perfect. Bullshit. Somebody's perfect, and he gonna give perfection to those that worship him. He gonna make them perfect. So it's gonna be a whole lot of perfection. There's a whole lot of perfection going on. Hey man, my imagination is like overwhelmed, but I feel so good, man. Like I really, really feel good. Just right now, I just got like a wonderful thought in my mind. And I consider this, the Lord is doing all this, man. It's really showing. Like I said, Billy Gates and them, they can't make a move without Yahweh Shem pushing them. He's got control of the whole board, the whole chessboard. We're just pawns to his perfection. Both sides is perfect. One side is perfectly for wickedness, both sides perfectly for righteousness. So Salakia. Alright, Alright, here we go. And then with this one. Hold on, let's see what the next one. We go anyway with this one. Because this is what's happening. We are doing this. Hosea chapter 3, verse 5. Afterward shall the children of Israel return and seek their Lord Yahweh Shem Shah their power, and David their king, and shall fear Yahweh Shem Shah and his goodness in the latter days. Because this is a goodness. This is good, man. Just reading scriptures, being comforted, and this is a good thing. We're leading up. On a big scale, it's going to be phenomenal. And we ain't gonna know right now. Hey, what our brothers say? He said you're gonna think of something. When it's all over, you're gonna want something, right? You're gonna think of it, and it's gonna just appear. It's coming, man. That's in the latter day. This is the latter days are here and now. Hey, man. I mean, I didn't know what I was. I was thinking about this. So as I got it, I gave it. Man, I just the goodness, man. I want to get out of here, bro. And I hope we all feel the same. And you can't tell me that you're gonna be here and serving this master and the master to come. It ain't happening because he's gonna step on. Somebody will get stepped on. You know? And I'd rather be on the side of the one that's gonna be doing the stepping on. Salakia. All praise and honor, glory to God, Bashim Shah, Bashukaputash, Dwadi Bashim Shah, for giving us the apostles and the elders of great millstone. Shalom to the Akim. Shalom.